Alright, time to check on how my train AI Slop rant video is doing. Oh. Huh. Alright folks, here we are again. I want to thank everyone for the support on the recent video, and especially those in the comments who pointed out things that I missed or other channels I could add to the list. Seeing as we all love to clown on this slop content, we're back for round 2 to delve further into this mess and see just what's going on with it all. This video will be pulling largely from your comments and taking a look at what you've directed me towards. With that out of the way, let's get to it. Mr. Stark comments, I can't believe this guy didn't mention the most hilarious part. Banks Rail, I think that's his channel's name, literally pointed out those two AI channels are exactly copies of each other and are owned by the same group. I haven't personally heard of Banks Rail or the video you're speaking of, which I'll have to check out sometime. But looking for ourselves here, we can definitely see a few blatant examples of the same content getting passed back and forth. First, on November 28th, On the Trains uploaded Amtrak's 2026 plans, what may be coming, only for Great Train Speed to upload an extremely similar video on December 19th titled Amtrak 2026, what expansion may be coming soon. It gets more obvious and funny from here, however. I now introduce you to the New York Tunnel Circle Jerk, where these two channels, on two separate occasions, pass the same content about tunnel projects in New York back and forth like a slop hot potato. On the Trains starts by posting $1.6 billion Amtrak tunnel upgrade, East River Tunnel huge update, which 2 weeks later is picked up by Great Train Speed as $1.6 billion Amtrak East River Tunnel project reaches a critical milestone. This same pattern repeats itself a week later, with On the Trains putting out Amtrak's $16 billion Hudson Tunnel project finally hits a major milestone. Again, about 2 weeks later, being regurgitated as The Hudson Tunnel is finally moving. Is Amtrak ready? By Great Train Speed. The latter two videos in this chain have the exact same thumbnail. Here, look at one, look at the other. It's the same. There are clearly other videos that they copy from each other too, largely things about superliner replacements, Amtrak state service plans, high-speed rail funding, and more. For now though, we've given these two channels enough attention. Let's pivot to some of the channels I forgot to include. DMV Transit Foamer says, I once found one that blatantly copied Amtrak Guy 365's video on B units with the title, What Happened to B Units _ The Truth Behind the Diesel Booster, which I will clarify is the name of the slop copy, not the original video. Upon looking this video up as provided by this comment thread, it got even funnier. The video DMV Transit Foamer is talking about was uploaded a month ago by Mega Machines History, a clearly AI generated channel, but below that in the search result was another, even funnier entry. What happened to B units? The rise and fall of diesel booster locomotives. An almost word for word copy of the title from the other video from 3 weeks ago from a channel named Locomotive Mega with 26 subscribers, and the video itself had 0 views. This is untapped slop. This is like finding sunken treasure, but instead of precious jewels, I get a pile of worthless radioactive toxic garbage.
Do I even want your treasure chest?
I'm the one that tells lies.
Anyways, watching Amtrak Guy's video and then watching these, yep, it's definitely lifting from his content. They start similarly, blab on about additional pointless details unrelated to the topic to pad their runtime and show completely unrelated images on screen. Watch this clip of Amtrak Guy's well-made video, and then watch the start of the AI video.
Upon the introduction of the diesel locomotive to 1930s American railroads, builders were eager to make an impression and a deal. Throw out your smelly and dirty steam engines and get this shiny new streamliner that goes really fast. Increased versatility and lower operating costs were just some selling points of the diesel. If a train needed more power, just slap on a B unit.
In the 1930s, steam engines ruled, filthy, loud, and unchallenged. Then a daring new idea promised to sweep them aside. What if you could simply add power by snapping a cableless booster onto a train and letting electricity do the work? Railroad titans gambled everything on B units.
What the? How did we start talking about B units before even uttering the word diesel? I think one of the funniest moments in my eyes is when Mega Machines History is talking about what makes a diesel, and they start by discussing A units, only to show a Rock Island EMC AB6, which is literally just a B unit made to function as an A unit. Making this worse is how later on in the video they actually do discuss the EMC AB6, so it would be obvious not to include that in a section of the video that it has no place being in, if there were any actual human oversight. Breaking news! There's not. Another comment on my video also adds something I want to cover here. TestTube Baby Spy says, there's also so many AI locomotive videos that are riddled with speech errors, and half the pics they show are unrelated to the video. Because the Mega Machines History video is a poster child for this. Steam engines on screen when discussing diesel, British trains on screen when discussing American railroads, and the aforementioned EMC AB6 debacle. Speech errors are all over the place, par for the course with AI, but as you heard within the first few seconds of the video, they pronounce cabless as cabeless. Sarah Margaret Strickland comments, forgot about Legendary Locomotives channel. This is definitely another channel I think I knew about but just entirely forgot to include in the last video. First of all, the channel's icon has that obvious AI Slop aura to the crappy looking steamer, so it's already clear what we're dealing with. This channel has similar issues to other AI content piles we've looked at. Daily uploads, AI voiceovers, useless red arrows, with a notable title pattern on this channel being How Blank Was Insert Locomotive Actually. And now, dear viewer, another sampling of slop titles for you, akin to the previous video. How horrifying was the PRR K4s really? How poisonous was the PRR GG1 actually? How bad was the PRR T1 actually? Why did the PRR S2 turbine fail actually? How deadly was the Norfolk and Western J-Class actually? How deadly was the Milwaukee's Hiawatha F7 actually? How powerful was the PRR Q2 actually? How deadly was the Camelback locomotive actually? How deadly was Mallard actually? How deadly was the triplex actually? How deadly was the Yellowstone actually? How deadly was the cab forward actually? How deadly was the PRR T1 actually? Hey, wait a second! We already did this one! The content stream of Legendary Locomotives has only been going for a couple months, but interestingly, if you go back to the beginning, you can tell that this channel may seemingly have been bought or hacked to become what it is now, because there are two surviving videos from 2007, featuring gameplay of some MMORPG I can't identify, titled Kanowski Logos PK2 and Judy vs. C3 MRE. The visuals and music alone are doubtlessly authentic in these two videos, and actually kinda nostalgic as someone who grew up in the late 2000s with a lot of remnants of that old internet. This is only a small sampling of additional channels. If I went into all the AI content farms in our community, I'd be here for hours and hours. All of these channels do what they do for clicks and engagement, so they can make what they see to be easy profit. While an individual video or channel might not make them any serious bank, by running multiple channels and farting out content on a daily basis, it quickly adds up to make it seem like a profitable venture to these people. This is also why their videos bloat the runtime, so they can run more ads, which gets them more money in turn. AI content is quickly proving the dead internet theory to be true, at least partially, and it's sad to see this once wonder-filled and chaotic space we all share turn into a soulless, corporate-controlled husk filled with more bots than people. Now, for a couple quick-fire comments. Supa Scrumpet Demo Man says, the worst thing is that I got an AI summary for this vid, lol. Yeah, I've seen the summary. That kind of thing is what I mean when I say lots of features are being forced onto users with no way of disabling them. That's not even the only one YouTube is trying to push. When looking at comments to this video on mobile, it was presenting me with options to quick reply with responses generated by the site's AI. Shukaku the Crazy One says, I've seen AI Slop in the tornado community as well. The AI voices are like daggers in my ears. As someone who is also in the tornado community, I personally haven't, thankfully, seen any of these channels there, though I don't doubt their existence. It's very infuriating how this slop is seeping into every possible hobby you could have and trying to demand all the attention. As an aside to this point, I do also really love tornadoes, storms, and the EAS system. I watch a lot of Ryan Hall streams and EAS scenarios, even having made one of my own on another channel nearly 7 years ago. I keep wanting to make more, but it's such a long process I just never have the time for. John's Trains and Models comments, I can't stand the sheer amount of model railroaders posting AI slop on Facebook of their layouts. Totally agree here. I'm seeing a lot of this on model railroad Facebook groups I'm a part of. People taking images of their layouts and then feeding them to the AI to make them look more realistic, usually adding a more picturesque background, is becoming a real problem. While it may look visually appealing to some, it's not worth it for the resources wasted and the lack of creativity involved. If you want your layout scenes to look so intricate, then put in the effort to detail every last centimeter of your models. It'll take far longer, but you'll get infinitely more satisfaction knowing it was your own efforts that brought about those results. The final response of today I want to highlight is from Iron Wheel Productions, who says, we as living, breathing, and totally real rail fans won't be able to stop AI from dominating the platform, but we certainly can put in lots of effort in our videos to make 100% real content of real events and real trains for very real viewers. There's always a true sense of accomplishment when you do everything out on the field and with your own talent and not AI. You, my friend, have hit the nail on the head. When it comes to AI, Pandora's box has already been opened. We can no longer contain it now that it's breached into every corner of the internet. Unfortunate as it is, we now live with this content, but we do not have to accept it. Reject AI-generated content. Don't watch it or share it. Don't feed the machine. Don't give these people the time of day. Make your own authentic content, form your own authentic takes, enjoy your hobbies just as they were always meant to be. Peer-to-peer, sharing and talking together, discovering new things and growing skills, authentically, without an AI. You'll never get true accomplishment from using AI to do all the work for you. We must strive to be real in everything that we do. With that, I want to thank you all so much for watching this video, and thank you again for the support on the recent video ranting about AI train slop. The support on that video has been absolutely incredible, and I'm glad that people are willing to engage in this discussion with me, and I encourage you to keep that discussion going in the comments and in your own little corners of the internet. Please like, comment, and subscribe. It really means a lot. We've been growing so well over the past couple weeks, and I cannot wait to make more content for you guys, and I hope to see you further down the line. Thank you, and have a great day.